And now let's meet the editors with คุณสุทธิชัยยุน and คุณตุลสฤษดิ์ทับทิม
There was a report in the press that supposedly had been leaked out of the Human Rights Commission about what actually happened during the crackdown last year against the red shirts. And there was a big fuss about how this report was leaked because some red shirt leaders didn't like the content of what was leaked, right?
Actually, the whole Pheu Thai party doesn't like it. The call for the chairman of the commission to resign actually came from the Pheu Thai party, not the red shirt movement.
Ajan Amara.
Ajan Amara is the chairperson of this commission. She's one of the 5 members of the commission.
Yes.
She has been under a lot of pressure.
And she has since come out to say that the report wasn't complete and it was leaked and that she was sorry about that.
Yes, we learned that all the 5 commissioners, they all had a big disagreement over this report.
Yes.
They spent over the past 1 year conducting some study, and they interviewed a lot of people for 54 red shirt protesters, 28 soldiers, and also 46 other people. And they came up with a very controversial conclusion,
which was
targeting the men in black. And there was some kind of not a conclusion, but the study point toward the black shirt being part of the red shirt movement last year. And so a lot of all the 5 commissioners, they disagree over whether to
release the report or not.
Yes, the report was conducted. The study was conducted by a subcommittee.
Yes,
and was put forward to this commission. And the 5 commissioners, they said this is so explosive, too explosive to be released. So they agreed not to release it.
But then somehow it was leaked out.
Yes, and that upset a lot of people, including the red shirt leaders and also the Pheu Thai party.
So is the commission sort of saying that they are still investigating and that this is only an initial report or maybe one of the many reports from subcommittees?
Yes.
And that they still are working on it so that one day the final full report will come out?
Right. This is a lie that Kun Amala was saying in response to the criticism. But of course, the report suggested that the men in black were a real part of the red shirt movement, and they were responsible for a lot of M29 that was fired during the turbulence.
So how does this work of the Human Rights Commission relate to the other committee, the Dr. Khanet's committee?
No, actually, the Human Rights Commission, they are obliged to study this because, of course, this is something that had to do with human rights in Thailand. So automatically, they have to get started the study.
Yes.
But the Khanet committee was set up by Kun Abhisit government.
Do they talk to each other?
Directly? No.
No, they don't?
Also, and we understand that they interview different people. And one of the major criticism from the red shirt movement is that the Khanet committee interview a lot more people, hundreds of people, more.
But has the Khanet Commission come up with the report yet?
No, not yet.
Not yet. So how would anyone know what is the difference between the Khanet Commission report and the Human Rights Commission report?
Nobody knows.
Nobody knows.
Nobody knows.
So they should be working together.
They should be working together.
But they're not.
They should put the interviews, the result of the interview. They should combine what they have found out together.
But in the end, there must be a real investigation into what happened.
Yes, and one thing is that a lot of investigation has been focusing on the role of the Thai soldiers.
Yeah.
And somehow this people find it very sensitive to dig into what the red shirt, or at least the red shirt guards, were doing during the crisis. And this is there have been calls for a more comprehensive investigation into the armed elements that were at play during that crisis to find out who they were really working for.
Well, somehow I think they should all work together, and there should be a national report that will have to finally tell the public of what actually happened. Because if you don't have the truth or the facts, then you cannot have national reconciliation.
Yes.
Because people will still be pointing fingers at one another. And that you would never ever come to a point where you say, okay, some people have done something wrong, and that national reconciliation would take place based on what will be done to make amends or to compensate for the losses.
Yes.
Otherwise, if you don't like the report, you would say it's bad. You would only want a report that would satisfy your side of the story, which would not lead anywhere because the conflict, the differences in society will remain there. So, the rest of the people should wait for a real independent and far-reaching and really, really open investigation into it. Otherwise, people will say, I will only accept any report that I find acceptable. And there will be no end to the conflict.
That's all for our morning news updates. Don't forget to tune in, same time, same place, same channel, 7 to 8 a.m. Monday to Friday, Asean Newsroom. Amphassurang Desha Putharangsi.
And also please like us on Facebook and follow us on our Twitter account. I am Nirasha Marisak Lamia.
สวัสดีค่ะ